Hello everybody, welcome to the Sound Test Room. Today we're going to take a look at Senode, which is a very clever and cool sequencer. So let's first of all, along the left hand side here, let's have an emitter. So we're going to add this emitter here, and then just below this we're going to hit this little plus and we're going to add 3 nodes. And then we're going to connect those nodes together. Okay, so we're going to do this, this, and then this. And then we're going to connect the emitter to the node. So you have to have the emitter connected. And now we're going to add some nodes. So we're going to select this node and add. So we're going to hold edit and hit C. And then we're going to select this node, hold edit and hit this G. Hold this one and add that C. And then what we should get now is a nice loop. So let's hit play up here and then. Okay. Now you can see that I have the emitter selected here, and you can see that it says 4 ticks. The lower the ticks, the faster it'll go, but it will be synced to the tempo sort of thing. So. Okay, so if we set that emitter to 4 ticks again, we can then choose, you can start to, so if I selected emitter, you can see that this will change the node or emitter. And you can set the properties for each of the nodes separately. So for instance, this one here, we could set to 1 tick, or in this one we could set to 4 ticks, and then we'll get a variation in sequence. Okay, so there's that. Now I'm going to delete all this. So we select this up here, select our lasso tool, and we can delete everything. So let's just delete the whole thing. Let's add another emitter. Now I'm going to show you another way you can add your notes now. Okay, so here is your synth down here. Now let's select this. We don't need to select any notes, but just let's select that tool. Let's hold down a record, and then we can select them this way. So to make things a bit more seeable here, and they're automatically connected for you as well. But don't forget that we always have to connect our thing there, and then we should really loop it back. Okay, so now we have. Okay, so there's that. Now let's just do one more quick thing before I get into something else. I'm just going to move my emitter out of the way a little bit there. Have my select tool there and get rid of those so we can delete them. There's another thing as well which isn't quite so apparent. Let's add a node here. Let's connect that node to the emitter, and let us just select that node here. No, we're all right. And let's just add hold edit and add a C3. Now, it's not going to, we want, say for instance, we want that to loop, but we can't just drag that back there. It doesn't work. So what we do is we hold it like this and do a big sweepy circle, and you'll get a loop like this. And then that will thing. And then you can also adjust your synth and your ADSR. So there's that. Now let's see. Let's just quickly erase that wall. Like that. We can also add. Now I have this connected to BS16, and this is what you can hear. If I hold down record, if I select your connection tool, hold down record, and I can go like this. I can add notes like this. Then I can connect that to that there, and just to make things more seeable, we can connect this one to this there, and then we've quickly connected our we're doing like the Stranger Things theme there. And if we go to Emitter, you will see that it's still playing the synth. If I go over to BS16, on channel 1, I have this set up, this square wave lead on part 1, receiving on channel MIDI. Okay. So if I set this down here, if I've selected Emitter, if I select channel down here and then choose 1, this will now play BS16. Now you can also connect these nodes in all sorts of strange and wonderful ways. So collect. First of all, let's move them out of the way a little bit. Otherwise, you can't. It's very difficult to see where I've connected. Connect this. You can connect this to this, that to this, this to that, or that to that. And now it will play completely randomly. Right, so what we can now do is say we're happy with that. Let's just move it up there a little bit. If we want to move all these around in one big go, we select our lasso tool and we can just move them around like this, the ones we've selected sort of thing. Or we can delete them by hitting this. Now, the cool thing is now, this gets where it gets very cool. You can add as many of these emitters as you like, and then you can add nodes to them exactly the same way. But then, say I've got one, let's just add this a node here, and let's connect that. Let's put that there, and let's connect that emitter to that node, and let's select that node and add an A, just for thing, and then let's loop that A. Sorry, let's select our thing there, and then just loop that A so it's playing. What we can also do, which is very cool, is connect them in different ways. So we can connect this one to that node and this node as well. And you can get all sorts of crazy variations, and this is annoying. So, for instance, something like this. It's the developer setup. You can set up all sorts of cool stuff, and then you could begin to send all this information to different channels on BS16. So for instance, if you looked over here, we have if you go to our mixer, so there's some drums on channel 2, there's some strings on 3, 4's got a marimba, 5's got synth voice, and you can go on and on, obviously up to 16 channels. So if we go back now and we just quickly start to send the information from various emitters, send the information from various emitters to BS16. So select an emitter, so select this one, say, so now I'm just using the 3 that I've just sent to BS16. Okay, so one more cool thing before we go. Let's just do a new. This annoys me, this does it. Flashes occasionally. Let's select an emitter. You can also add chords. You're not limited to. You're not limited to thingy. So you can do this either with the keyboard, like I said, but I'm going to hold record, make sure my connection tool is selected, hold down record, and I'm going to add some chords instead of notes. I can add notes. So instead of having it like just playing chords, I can have it playing just playing notes. I can have it playing chords too. So let's just connect that, and let's connect this one back to this one here. So you can see you can build up like a whole orchestral piece, a string section, everything, just by adding more emitters, adding notes in on the keyboard or adding the notes in down here, play with the synth. You can use the internal synths, you can use MIDIs. It's epic. So there you go, guys. As a really good manual as well, a really simple to understand manual. So, excuse me, thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Please give it a like if you liked it. Consider becoming a Patreon. There'll be links in the description below if you want to buy Senode. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you.